Well, I'm back from the library, and I got a lot of things. I've canceled the net. I no longer have the net because I don't choose to pocket or to pad somebody else's pocket. I choose instead to have money to survive from month to month. So, no longer have internet, but I went to the library, and so I couldn't leave without getting some books and some audiobooks. The audiobooks that I've been reading have been really, really good. And a couple of them were love stories, which is kind of like, it's unusual for me because I usually don't get into that type of thing, although I did get some Danielle Steele also. But I got Danielle Steele audiobooks, okay? So this one is called The Apartment. Now, I don't know what it's about, but I'm thinking it's going to be a good listen to. And then I got another Danielle Steele called The Duchess. Yeah, so these are the two audiobooks that I got, and I listen to them all the time, yeah. So then I got some magazines because I love to cook. I love to experiment with different types of venues, different types of cooking, vegan, and even different meat. What would you call it? Meat dishes, so whatever you want to call it. I'm not fancy, right? So I got Canadian Living, 25 fresh and fast dishes, meals made easy. But look at that. Doesn't that look good? So I got that, and then I got another one, Canadian Living, with the bagels on top, and I do make my own bagels, sourdough bagels. Then I also got Housekeeping, and the reason why is because I love some of the setups that they have on the front of their magazines, and it gives me ideas for actually decorating. And this one here, I love nature. I like bringing nature into my apartment, so I have a lot of greenery and things like that, and I love the way that they show it on the front of the book. Then, what can I say? I love to craft, okay? So I love to craft. I love to decorate for Christmas. Just the thought of Christmas, the thought of, the thought of like making things merry and happy. And, think about it, right? I'm a senior. I'm single. I don't get invited to a lot of parties. Exactly. And I'm good with that. I don't drink, right? So this is something that I can do on the side. So this book is called Christmas at Home. And it has all sorts of crafts in it, and cooking. So 5-ingredient bakes or 5-ingredient sides, rosemary. That looks like the word monkey. It is. I gotta be wrong. Rosemary monkey bread stuffing. Anyway, you never know. I might have a turkey this Christmas. I'm not really sure. I did put my name in for some type of meal prep thing, and so they give us turkey. So I'm kind of thinking of maybe this year, for the first time in many, many years, I will have a turkey. Hopefully there'll be someone to eat it, but even if I don't, lots of turkey, I can make turkey soup, I can make turkey casserole, I can make all sorts of stuff. So it's been a long time, but I did put my name in. And then there are there's all sorts of crafts in here. Look. I like how that makes the little rings on my glasses. Anyway, so there's a lot of crafts for Christmas, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's just chock full. And it's by, what was that girl's name? Country Living. Martha Stewart has some stuff, Christmas things out that I'm interested in what she does, because she's pretty crafty. She's a pretty crafty lady. And I think this is an old book. Now, I don't know if she wrote this book or if she's involved in this book. I can't find the author. No, this one is edited by Valerie Rains, and it's Hearst Books. But I did look at some things that Martha Stewart had out, and that's what gave me the idea for this book. So, like everything, like even just like decorating the rooms, right? So, I just find it interesting. I find it fun, and it kind of, gives you something fun to do for Christmas. Like, seriously, think about it, right? So, yeah, so I'm enjoying this. And I did make these candles. I made these candles. I have them here. Hang on, I'll show them to you. And they are amazing. They are amazing. You can put them anywhere. So I want to show you these candles because I made these candles years ago. And I mean years. I think, 6 years ago maybe. And they are still perfect. Look at that. And look. You can turn it upside down. Nothing comes out. And they smell nice. And what I did is I used the potpourri. I can't pronounce it. Anyway, the stuff that you buy from the dollar store. It comes in an envelope, and I bought it, and it had a wonderful vanilla bean smell. And then I put in some of the sand that you can buy also from the dollar store. So there's sand in there, and I layered it. And then at the top is basically those little tea lights. There's a little space right there that you can put the little tea lights in, and you light it. And when you light it, right, I have lots of these. And I'll show you. You put the little tea light in, it literally fits right inside the circle. Okay, there's like a wax circle that's formed. Like, I'll show you here. You see that? It's like a wax circle, right? And so the candle will fit right in there, and you light it, and what it does is it magnifies that smell of vanilla bean, and it has like a little hanger. Now this one is kind of like, it's old, but you can still buy these from the dollar store. And you layer it. You put a layer of sand and a layer of rock and a layer of sand and a layer of potpourri, that's how you say it, potpourri, and a layer of potpourri and a layer of sand. Anyway, the scent stays in it. These have smelt like this for like 6 years. I made them 6 years ago, and they are amazing. And still to this day, if I put a lit tea light in them, okay, it will magnify that vanilla bean smell from the potpourri that I put in here. So, and I made those, and this one's in good shape. Yeah. So you see that? Yeah, so you could turn it upside down, nothing comes out. And the reason nothing comes out is because there is a layer of wax on top from burning the tea candles in it. But it's the same as this. It's the same as this, these ones here. And I was kind of thinking of doing it again this year, and I might do it with apple cinnamon instead of the vanilla bean, but these have lasted forever. So, basically you just need these little things from the dollar store. You could even hang them. You could hang them outside on your walkway. I mean, they're just amazing. And this glass is really thick. It's really thick, so I don't think it would be like a danger, because if it does crack, it's not going to splinter. It's going to crack in one or two big chunks. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I did that. So the reason I got this book is because it basically has, see the candles? Yeah, similar things, except I used the sand from the dollar store, the rocks from the dollar store, the potpourri from the dollar store, and the tea lights, all from the dollar store. It was an amazing craft. Yeah, so I may make a video on how to make these candles, because I'm telling you, they are, look at it, it's just beautiful. Can you see that up close there? So you can see the rocks, the sand, and at the top there's a layer of wax. So I'm going to do it again. So I am going to have my one meal of the day at 2 o'clock. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to have today. I'm kind of like in a slow detox mood today, because yesterday I had poutine, and I had it with a little bit of the chicken gravy that I had left from the day previous. And so today I want to just kind of like downsize it a little bit. So I'm going to stay away from the gravies. No more gravy, not today. No gravies today. I have a little bit of hamburger left, or chicken left. I might make a soup. And I did make some gluten-free crackers, which I've been basically kind of handing out to my friends who happen to love them and want to make them for themselves. So I will post the little recipe card that I use for those crackers. They're easy to make. You put everything in a bowl, use your hands, squish it up, make it like plasticine, that kind of rubbery feeling like plasticine, then roll it out really thin, cut it in wedges or cubes, and put it in the oven on low broil. And it takes like matter of minutes before they're done. So what I do is yesterday what I did is I turned them upside down so that they would cook evenly on both sides, and I was kind of like in a hurry. So anyway, I did have a little snack of them, and I also have some hummus. Now, I didn't make this hummus. It was given to me by my daughter in an Insta grocery thing or whatever as a present, and it was like, oh, amazing. She knows exactly what I eat. She knows exactly what I like, and she went down that list. So your kids sometimes, when they want to give you a little treat, they have to be creative, and she was very, very creative. So we had a conversation the one night, and she was asking me, like, what do you eat? Like, I'm worried about you. You're not eating enough. And she was asking me what I eat, and I was telling her, and she was writing it down. And so then I got the Instacart, and I got all these goodies in it. So I got some hummus, and I had my rosemary crackers that I made. Rosemary and oregano and Italian spice were the crackers that I made, and I had hummus with them. And I'm telling you, I had to literally force myself to stop, or all the crackers would be gone, including all the hummus. So I had to literally force myself to stop. But I'm going to enjoy some of those for a snack later on in the day. Now, everybody says, well, you're not eating enough because you only eat one meal a day. Well, yeah, I do. I eat plenty. I have a snack. When I have rosemary crackers, I have them, or I have apple, or I have oranges. So I'm not starving. And I also have a snack after 2:00, between 2 and 6. I can have my supper at 2, and then at 4:00 or 5:00 or even 6:00, I can have a snack, and that tides me over for the whole night. So I am going to look through my magazines that I got. And I'm going to put on, I think, Danielle Steele, The Apartment. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to listen to it in the background, look at my magazines, drink a warm cup of tea, or a hot cup of tea, I should say, because it is freezing outside. I thought I was being smart. And when I went to the library, I got most of my clothes from the thrift store. So I got this beautiful, long, reversible. I don't know if it's reversible because the tag's on the inside, but it's pink inside and it's gray on the outside. And it's long. It goes down to my calves on my legs. And so I wore that over, and I was thinking, well, that's warm. I mean, it's nice out. It's not sunny, but it's nice. And when I got out there, oh my God, the wind was just freezing. It was just freezing. So, so I did my thing at the library, and on the way home, I was thinking, gee, the next time I think I'm going to have to get a coat. Simple as that. I'm going to have to get a warmer coat put on. So I'm going to enjoy my time right now. I just wanted to tell you that, there are other options besides sitting at home in front of the television, on the internet all day, or, having that as your only reprieve. So I get out, I spoke to people at the library. I met a fella that was from Sicily, an older fella my age, and maybe a little bit older, and a young man. I have to tell you this story before I go. So there was a young man, a student. There was a bunch of students in the library, and not a lot of them will get up from their seat and offer their seat to an elderly person. And I noticed that, right, because I'm elderly. And I was looking for a plug, and I couldn't find a plug. And so I finally got a seat where there was a plug. I plugged my computer in. And I have the cheap old computer. I'm not wealthy. So whatever. Anyway, so I get this chair. And then this elderly gentleman comes in. And there was a young student sitting in front of the window in one of the chairs, and the elderly gentleman went over to get a newspaper, and he was kind of like standing around to see where there was a seat. And the young man looked up at him and said, "Would you like this seat, sir?" And he was so sweet. He was so nice. And I couldn't let it go. I had to say something. I said to the young man, I said, "That's amazing. Your mother should be very, very proud of the son that she raised." And the elderly gentleman said to the kid, he said, are you in school? And he says, "Yeah," because it was like noon hour, right? The kid says, "Yeah." And the gentleman says to him, "Where are you from? Are you an international student, or are you just, you know?" And he said, "No, I'm an international student." And the fella asked him, "Well, what country are you from?" And he goes, "I'm from Chile." Yeah, he didn't pronounce it Chile, but I said Chile. And the gentleman was... he gave the kid basically, "Thank you so much for offering me your seat, and you have very good manners." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "His mother taught him well. She raised him well. That's a good man there." Anyway, so I went about my business, and I heard the elderly gentleman talking to the guy. So I kind of perked up, and he was talking about the fact that he welcomes foreign students, international students, into his home for like 10 months out of the year. And so recently he had a Korean student, and then he had a Vietnamese student. And he said they were amazing kids, amazing people, and they were there to learn, and then they were going back to their respective homes, right? So they were there for 10 months. And him and the young man, this Chilean young boy, they had a conversation. And it was like, there are still people in the world that give a care, right? And showed me that no matter what age you are, you can actually put yourself out there and put yourself in the place of someone else and be respectful. You don't have to be, shorthanded. And you don't have to be into all these other things. There is such a thing as showing respect for your fellow human being. And that's what I seen today. And so it kind of gave me a feeling like, all's not lost. All's not lost. There is still a viable amount of society that will offer their seat to an elderly person, will open the door for an elderly person, okay? That sees the wisdom and sees the good in other people. Yeah, so I just had to say that. Anyway, I didn't get the young man's name, but someday maybe someone will be watching this video, and maybe they were there, or maybe the young man will be watching this video. And you know what? I give you laurels. If I knew your name, I would blast it out there, because I give you laurels for how well you were raised and how respectful you were to that elderly gentleman. And he enjoyed the compliments you gave him back. So it's a two-way street. I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing. Namaste.